Well, let's bring in EJ Manuel, who I talked about 6 weeks ago on the show that people were starting to see his film, and he was moving up the draft boards. I didn't realize he'd be the first quarterback taken, but when he joined us a couple of weeks ago, he did talk about the Bills, Jets, and Eagles showing him love. And apparently the Bills showed you a little more love than we thought there, EJ. Congratulations. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Where are you now?
I'm in Buffalo right now.
Okay, you going to have your press conference?
Yes, sir. I think in 2 hours. I want to say it's at 12:30.
Okay. How surprised were you that you were taken, where you were taken, and who took you?
Honestly, I really wasn't surprised. I knew Buffalo was going to take a quarterback. When I saw them trade from 8 to 16, I thought, they were going to take a quarterback, and I was really hoping that it was me. And then when I heard my phone ring, that was all she wrote.
But you know what happens sometimes? You'll get friends who call you, they want to wish you good luck. Like, did you tell everybody, please don't text or call me during the first round?
I didn't have to, actually. None of my friends were. I think everybody understood the situation. It's funny, though, because I think the third and the fourth pick, when Deion Jordan got selected, someone called my hotline phone that was there at the draft, and I think they were looking for Deion, but obviously I got excited because I heard it ring. So I'm like, man,
wait,
you calls right here, So
you thought the call was for you, but it was for Deion Jordan?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because somebody was like, "Congratulations, buddy," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, appreciate it. Who is this?" And they were like, "Is this Deion?" I was like, "No, sir." And he was like, "Oh, all right," and he hung up. So, yeah, that was kind of rough, but nonetheless, I got picked later on, so it was all good.
What was the mood like in the green room?
It was. It was a good mood. I think I'm sure my parents were probably more anxious than I was. I felt pretty good. Knowing that Buffalo had the 16th pick. I knew that if they had picked someone else or if they didn't go quarterback, I thought it was a chance where I'd probably end up going the next day, which is today. But, they took me at 16. I was excited.
But you look around the room, and there's Geno Smith, who doesn't go in the first round at all. I mean, how painful. Put yourself in his position. He was expected to be the first quarterback taken and maybe a high draft pick, and he sat there the entire night.
Most definitely, yeah. Teams that we thought were going to take quarterbacks early, like, Philly or Buffalo. Well, Buffalo traded back, but then the Cleveland Browns, the Jets maybe with the 9th or 13th pick. That's just the craziness about the draft. Teams are going to, they may go different routes sometimes, and, I think, the Bills felt like I fit best with their offense and moving forward in the future. So, I feel for Geno because it could be, either one of us. And, I'm just excited I was able to get the call from Buffalo. If
you weren't drafted last night, would you have come to the draft and sat in the green room for round 2?
Yeah, I would have. Yes, sir. I think, it's, the way I would have saw, hey, it's another night in New York City. So I'd rather be in New York City than just be at the house in Virginia Beach, honestly. So I still probably would have came back. For me, besides getting drafted early, I wanted to walk across that stage and shake Mr. Goodell's hand, too. So, that was something I definitely wanted to do.
Were people there in Buffalo? When you got there, when you arrived, was there any fans there? They know that you flew in?
I don't think they knew. I got in around 3:30. So I went from the draft to my hotel, packed my bags, and we went straight to the airport and flew over. So I was half asleep anyway, and I probably got like 2 hours of sleep. But, I'm running on fumes right now. But it's been great. The fans and the people that I walked past in the city, they recognized me and they, shook my hand and, signed autographs for them and taking pictures. So it's been great.
Todd McShay did not like the pick at all with Buffalo. I don't know if you saw any of the coverage, if you're listening to it, but said you were a project and you had slow eyes. What does that mean to you?
I don't know, man. Slow eyes. I hadn't heard that one yet. So hopefully my eyes will quicken up and Todd will change his mind.
But are you expecting to start in Buffalo?
I'm expecting to go in and compete. I expect to come in and learn, from Coach Hackett and Coach Marone, learn from Kevin Cobb and Tavares Jackson, the guys who have already been in the league, experienced quarterbacks, and, just really earning the respect for my teammates. That's all I can do right now, and I just go in and work hard.
Well, I hope your mom was enjoying last night. Certainly what she's been through. I hope that the appreciation was there for her to be able to see this great moment for her son.
Yes, sir. She was, man. She really, she appreciates everyone sending her their best wishes. But, I know she was extremely excited to be there last night. She missed a few games because of, her treatments. But, she was there last night with us.
Well, congratulations, EJ. We appreciated you coming on the show, and the reaction when you were on the show was pretty remarkable. People liked you, thought you were a polite kid, and rooted for you. So good luck in Buffalo, and hopefully we'll stay in touch.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Mr. Patrick. Have a good one.
All right, EJ Manuel, Buffalo Bills quarterback.